Live from Talk Easy Studios in Eddyville, Kentucky. It's time for another episode of the Dark Easy Evolution of Survivor Strategy. Tonight, we're breaking down what makes a hero, a hero, and a hustle. Probably won't stick the same thing though. But we get to see some big guys along the way in a stupid Final Four fire game. Hello, Easy Nation, and welcome to another episode of the Evolution of Survivor Strategy. I hope everyone's having a very good Wednesday. I'm Darth Easy, and I'm here for another great episode of the Evolution of Survivor Strategy. I hope guys are having good. I hope everyone's having a very good week. This is chapter. What chapter is this? This is chapter 35, Survivor Heroes versus Healers versus Hustlers. A very fun season to rewatch. I hadn't watched this season. This season kind of turned me off of Survivor for a little bit, mostly due to the ending. And it's not that I don't like Ben or anything. It's just I don't like the Final Four Fire Making Challenge like most Survivor fans. Because for me, it takes away from the vote out from Survivor. But I'll get to that when I get to it. So, this season is Heroes versus Healers versus Hustlers. I'm not the biggest fan of the divided it this time around. I like Brain versus Brawn versus Beauty. I even like the second time they did it. And I mean, there's really no difference between they're like, yeah, I'm definitely a heroic kind of person. He's like, yeah, I help rehabilitate people, so I'm definitely a healer. Yeah, I'm in the grind zone. I'm a hustler. I mean, what? Like, at least, white collar, blue collar, no collar, you're just kind of like, okay, they're no collars are kind of free spirited. White collars are from the business class, and the blue collars are the guys who work jobs every so often or are doing the grind and working 40 hours a week. So that kind of a little bit made sense. This one, and this season for me kills the 3-tribe format in Survivor, which I'm ready for the 3 tribes to go away for a while because the first time we did 3 tribes was Survivor All Stars. I love Survivor All Stars from a nostalgia point of view, but I really do enjoy 3 tribes, and I liked it in Survivor Cambodia, or not Cambodia, Cagayan, when we went to 3 tribes, and I did like in Survivor Cambodia when we gone from 2 tribes to 3 tribes, because we've never done that before. Well, I think they first did it in Millennials versus Gen X. So, I liked it when we first did it. Now, I'm just on the camp of, can we just not do this anymore? I think if there's 2 tribes, there should be 2 tribes, and I don't want to see, I just don't want to see more than, I love swaps, I just don't like seeing the 3-tribe format, because it screws some certain players. So overall this season, so the theme, which I didn't even remember, is it's a theme of secret, as Ben would say, and the part of the episodes you really enjoyed is everyone. There's all these new advantages. So chapter 30, I said, "Welcome to the Advantage Age," or "Welcome to the Advantage Era." And we have all kinds of advantages. And I do like that the advantages are not there are some advantages or some other advantages. Like, first off, you have the advantage in the first advantage. Ryan finds a secret advantage. Okay, what's the secret advantage? It's a super idol. Why should we throw a super idol in the first episode of the season, probes? I mean, that's just... Because what if Chrissy was on the outs and she voted Ben out? Then you're just like, okay, now what we do the rest of this season? And then there was the other advantages of the Jessica finds the advantage that she can block somebody's votes, and she blocks Devin's vote, and Devin, the famous line, is like, that is not an advantage. And then we had the most idols played in one season. We had an extra vote, which first person ever voted out with an extra vote, and an idol, but not really an idol anymore in the game. And then also you have, so yeah, you got all kinds of advantages, and I'm always up for these advantages. And so the season we have like these basically. I'm just gonna get straight to the merge because there were some interesting things that happened in the pre-merge. Like Cole helps Joe find an idol, and then Cole tells everybody that Joe has the idol. Jessica tells Cole she has an advantage, and Cole tells everyone. So it was kind of funny, and then watching Cole basically self-destruct. That was kind of interesting to watch this season. I thought this season was robbed of a very good Survivor player, which is somebody that if we do a Survivor Cambodia ever again, or we do a second chance and see somebody who was taken out before they probably should have been taken out, I would love to see Allie come back to play. I thought Allie was playing a very good social game, and it was sad to see her get taken out the way she did. So we get to the merge, and so basically it's basically a Pagangan. We have a Pagangan of the healer tribe at the first 2 episodes. So Jessica goes out first, then we have Desi gets taken out, then Cole gets taken out. So we're on a board. So it's kind of a weird because we have these 3 tribes, and we remain 3 tribes throughout the duration of this season Survivor. And it was interesting to watch the 2 tribes come together, the heroes and the hustlers, combined to basically try to pagong the healer tribe. Joe finds multiple idols, and I will say I forgot to mention when Joe plays the idol and takes out Alan and looks at the one girl, I forget what her name is, and says, "I read your face, baby girl." I was like deuces, and I love that moment. And then there's some weird gameplay, like especially from Dr. Mike, where Dr. Mike just says, follow my lead, and trying to pant Joe as a threat, trying to take over, try to get votes, draws to him so he can play his idol. And Joe's like, yeah, I want to make sure Joe stayed in the game, blah, 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 hoping that people would vote for Cole and everything. That way we become a voting block of 2. That doesn't really make sense. So then we have a 4 come up. We have Lauren, Ben, Devin, and is it Chelsea? I can't remember her girl's name. I can't remember what that girl's name is. It's bad because I just watched this whole season of Survivor. And the 4, they come together. They take out JP. Ben plays spy. And then Ben kind of shows a little bit of his arrogance. But then Ben kind of figures out that they're getting ready to try to take me out. And I think Ben overplayed this moment, because I think if Ben hadn't said anything, which is, an implement from Survivor Game Changers, which happened last season, which shows that people watched the last season, or they were able to see what happened last season. We see the live tribal come right back into this episode. Whenever Ben blows up and says, "I'm voting Lauren," and basically says, "I know they're coming out to get me," and Devin and they're all just like, "Screw it, audible. Let's try to figure it out." And then we had some really great idol plays this season, like I said earlier, with the Joe playing his idol on himself and taking out Alan. But then Ben, they all voted for Ben, not thinking he has an idol, and Ben plays the idol and takes out Lauren, which Lauren, she had an idol, which I love the moment where we seen Sarah do it, where Sarah would give someone, she gave him the vote to show that she trusted that person. Cause okay, yeah, I trust this person trusts me, obviously, otherwise they wouldn't have given me this extra vote. And, Dr. Mike, I don't know why you would give that, especially if you see, but she's like, I'll give this to him, that way it shows that I trust him. But Mike's like, I've waited 15 years to do this, takes the shell, which is one part of the idol, throws it in the fire. It's just like, damn. Damn, what a great moment that episode. So, yeah, I really, really enjoyed that part of this season when... But then, Ben finds these idols and plays the idols, gets to the finals, and I'm just going to skip ahead to the final 5, and I think, Ben finds the idol. They have the ruse. They still have the super idol, which still looks like a legit idol, and Ben's like, I already have the idol. I mean, this is a good, which means all it means is Ben doesn't have to act like he's looking for the idol all day. He can just sit and relax. That's all it just really helped him. And Devin is a very good Survivor player. Like, he's able to read Mike and say, there's something going on. Mike's not trying to scramble around. He's not trying to do anything. He says, I got a bad feeling about this. And when it comes time to vote, he votes for Mike. And because he knows that he's probably coming after him. And so Mike, what's this guy's name? Ben votes for Devin, and Devin votes for Mike, forcing a 1-1 tie. And like that little moment when Mike looks at Devin and says, "You vote for me?" I did. Sorry, Mike. Like, you're just like, oh, it's such a great moment. Because if he had just stuck with the plan and voted out Ben, then Devin goes home at 5 instead of 4. And so then we get to the 4, and I had to say that I don't talk about challenges a lot because I'm always more about the gameplay. But that is one of my favorite Survivor challenges they ever done, because anybody can win it. It's slow and steady. It's just I just find that challenge enjoyable to watch. And the backwards use kind of screws Ben. And then this is because I was all on board for this season. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I love this season at points. Ben has some great moves. And I think if Ben got taken out at 4, I think this season, and somebody like Chrissy or Devin wins this season, I think this would be a higher ranked season. But unfortunately, we introduced the Final 4 Fire Making Challenge. Now, I love Fire 4 Fire Maker Challenges before it was mandatory, because it takes away from voting out somebody in this game. Now, the whole point of the Fire Making Challenge is to get more powerful players into the finals and makes for more exciting final tribal councils. So, seeing people like, from like, if you thinking back, like from Survivor Fiji, you've been interested to see Yao-Man being able to make fire. Other players, to see Malcolm have to make fire against Denise, that would have been interesting. So I understand where Survivor's coming from, but for me, it takes away, because all Survivor really is, when you get down to it, it's the social politics that you have to navigate to get to the final 3. And for me, the Final 4 Fire Making Challenge gets it. And just like in the finals, Ben wins. And I thought Ryan did a good job, because I do think Ryan played a very good social game. He got a lot of flack for the game he played, but I do think Ryan played a very good Survivor game. Chrissy played a dominant game, won 4 immunities, someone who was puking the first time. Great growth. And it's just like when I talk about someone like an Aussie, or I talk about anybody that wins a lot of immunity challenges. And I'm not talking about Chrissy. I'm talking about Ben. Just because you find these idols and win these challenges doesn't mean you deserve to win the game. And I truly believe that. And, we see in a couple seasons the Idol Nullifier, which will be in David versus Goliath, and we saw it again in Idol in the Idols. A lot of people hate that, but I love that, because it prevents somebody, if you have it, you have to guess who it is, but I'll talk about that when I get to it. So yeah, Ben wins. It's not a bad season. It's enjoyable. I just hate the way it ends. Like, I think Ben's a good winner, and to see him play at Winners at War, it's kind of like Michelle and some of these other people that you're like, did they really deserve to win and everything? And you see how good they are when they actually play. I'm like, okay, he definitely deserved he definitely is a good game player, but I don't know. It's just I think Chrissy probably should have won the season. Really, I was rooting for Devin, because I think Devin really played the best game. People weren't after him or anything, and the way he was playing was just brilliant. So yeah, I enjoyed this season of Survivor, and I'm ready to watch Ghost Island again. So guys, have you seen Survivor Heroes versus Healers versus Hustlers? What are your thoughts of this season? Whatever they are, comment below, let me know. And guys, if you like this video, click that thumbs up button, subscribe to see more, tell your friends about Easy Nation. Until next time, all too easy.